Hi guys, and welcome to Teccles Cake, the show that's all about talking tech and eating cake. And
Yep.
Can I take a moment just to point at our cake tower? That's pretty cool, isn't it?
It looks fantastic.
Yeah, great job by Alex there. So today we are talking iPhone 7 rumours. So let's talk design.
Design, well,
Yes.
this is one that's been banging around for quite a while. In terms of material, liquid metal, they've always been talking about for a while.
Oh yes.
So that's very, very, very tough, very scratch resistant, which
And
the
I
current
guess-
ones haven't been.
Yes, and with bend gate.
And bend gate.
Yeah, that might kind of ward off any bendy problems and malfunctions.
Hopefully. Although that seemed to disappear, didn't it, after a while?
Yeah.
But in terms of the shape, I think it's going to be quite similar.
Yeah, well, there's kind of two sides of the fence to the rumours. Half of the web saying it's going to be an incremental update to the design. It's going to look pretty similar to the 6. Then you've got the other half saying it's going to be completely different, might even be a little bit thicker to basically house a touch-sensitive display on the sides. I can't remember the official name they're giving it.
There is a term.
Sidewall display.
That's it.
Ha, that's it. So the idea is slide to unlock, maybe you get music controls down the side, all kinds of different functionality that will add to the usability of the phone, which could be quite cool. And not as far-fetched as it sounds. You know, you've got Samsung's Galaxy Note Edge.
Edge that does that, doesn't it?
And that looks quite cool, doesn't it? Also, it could potentially have the sapphire glass
Yeah,
display.
we've been waiting for that for quite a while, haven't we?
Move over, Gorilla Glass. It's all about the sapphire
Apparently,
display.
the problem is it shatters very easily. Well, not very easily, but it's
that
really
defeats
scratch resistant,
Yeah.
but it shatters quite easily, which is why on the sport version of the watch, it's not going to have sapphire display for that reason, but all the other versions of the watch do have a sapphire display.
That's interesting. That's one of the things that a lot of people hate about the iPhone. I don't know about you. I've got an iPhone. I've dropped it before. Obviously, it's not got the sapphire glass, but when it smashes into smithereens, that is so heartbreaking. So if Apple could, have some glass on their phone that kind of prevents that.
And it is basically, it is bulletproof apart from that it shatters.
Bulletproof. I don't know if that's a feature that I'd be that fussed about. So staying in the realm of the display, this is a pretty far-fetched rumour. It could potentially be 3D. So glasses-free 3D display. The likelihood of that happening?
What was the LG one that had that?
It was LG and HTC both did that, and they failed quite miserably.
You looked at it for about 5 minutes,
And it was
you
like,
couldn't
oh,
see,
my
you couldn't
brain
see for the
hurts.
rest of the day.
So yeah, I don't think that's something that's going to happen. But a few websites are kind of saying, oh, we have a source that's confirmed, blah blah, the usual kind of thing.
I don't believe it.
And in true Apple style, it's going to have a new processor. So the update would be the A9. Samsung.
Made by Samsung again.
Supposedly, yeah, Samsung's going to kind of have the stranglehold on that again, and it'll be smaller, more efficient, and faster. The typical upgrade that you'd get for a phone.
The efficiency is important because it's also supposed to be 2 gigabytes of RAM. Now, I didn't realize, but this is going to be the first, if this happens, obviously, the first iPhone that actually has over 1 gigabyte of RAM.
Oh, wow.
So the efficiency is obviously important because 2 gigabytes of RAM will suck the life out of the battery, basically.
Oh, I really hope there are improvements to the battery. They definitely did it with the 6 and 6 Plus, but still work in progress.
up.
I'm charging mine right now. How about this one? The home button could double up as a joystick for gamers.
Sorry.
Just enjoying that cake a bit too much.
It's good.
I'm not
good,
sure
actually.
I'm not sure there are enough gamers to
I don't
justify
believe that.
having that feature. So the idea is,
No.
I don't know, you'd maybe double tap it or give it a long press, and up pops
That's ridiculous.
a button, and then you can use it as a mini
I hadn't
joystick.
heard that one. No, that's ridiculous. There's not enough gamers. Well, there are, but I mean, there's not enough to. That would be almost impossible to
Yeah,
implement.
I think
wouldn't
they'd be kind of banking all their efforts
What
on the
about
gamers.
the getting rid of the home button? Because they're talking
Ooh,
about
in favour of a
sort of haptic,
touch-sensitive display.
Yeah. Well, the Apple Watch will come with that sort of haptic feedback, touch force touch.
Yeah, I think it's called Touch Force.
So you can interact with the watch by different types of press, and there's been quite a few rumours about them trying to get rid of the home button over the years
To make more room, more screen, which
more
would
screen.
make sense, but
So
again,
possibly unlikely.
Yeah, I think that's quite unlikely. Maybe something we could see in later iPhones, but not right now. Yeah. Wireless charging?
Yeah, that's another technology that you kind of, until Apple are going to get on and do it, no one else is. Well, it's going to be, it's going to be a bit half-assed.
But wireless charging is something that's been around for ages.
Yeah.
But inductive charging via cases and mats. I think the real thing would be, I can't think of the term for it right now, but it's that wireless charging where you could be anywhere in the room, and
Yeah.
I don't know, the technology in the air and the waves, the
Charges
airwaves,
it
are
through
charging your phone through magic. I don't know, something like that. That would impress
That'd be
me.
cool.
Wireless charging with just a mat.
No.
I had a
fair
case
enough.
that did that 2 years ago. 2 years
A
ago,
case?
God. Yeah.
A case of what?
Mophie, they did a case where an iPhone case.
Oh right, okay. It's like
A case of what?
Samsonite are breaking.
Other cool features that's kind of been churned out of the rumour mill: face recognition to unlock.
Yeah.
Bit late to
Samsung
the party.
tried that.
Android's been doing that for ages, but that would be quite cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone would get excited about it if Apple did it. An entire, we did that, haven't we? The entire screen could be the Touch ID. We've done that.
Well, yeah, well, that's sort of an extension of that, the whole haptic thing. Yeah. They have got a patent for it for the technology to be used through a screen, or it's like ridiculously vague. The patent.
There are a lot of Apple patents, aren't there? I think that's what basically triggers a lot of the rumours. Oh, let's talk camera.
Yeah.
Apparently dual camera, so we're going to get supposedly DSLR
dual lens
quality. Oh, dual lens camera, yeah. So DSLR quality.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. We know that Sony have just released their new sensor, camera sensor, and that Apple buy their camera sensors off Sony, some 21 megapixel.
Yeah.
Rah, 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 rah. So I don't.
Well, HTC, the M8
did
has,
that.
but the focus on that was for depth. So you could change the depth of the depth of the focus after you've taken the picture. But that is not supposedly.
It wasn't so great, was it? Either?
It worked well, but it was quite gimmicky. But that's supposedly not going to be the core focus of why Apple's going for this. This is to add quality to your pictures, which I think
DSLR style has been touted. That's what they're.
Yeah.
Well,
I've read that more than once. That would be really cool. The camera's really good at the minute and impressive, but could still be room for improvement.
It's supposed to be focused really fast, this new sensor, which I think. They always say that, don't they?
I'm quite looking forward to, if this does happen, group FaceTime calls and also multitasking, dual screen multitasking a la Samsung.
Yeah,
so
cool.
it seems like a lot of these rumours are taking their cue from Samsung, Sony, Android, basically. But with smartphones,
it's happened before, though, hasn't it? I mean, notification sensor popped up. That was very Androidy.
Exactly.
They sort of borrow off each
There's
other.
not a lot of room. There's
No,
not a lot of
so
room.
much you can
Yeah,
do.
exactly,
Only so much fun you can have, ultimately.
So, will you be getting a new iPhone?
I don't know. I mean, my contract thing is up in about 16 years. So assuming I'm still around.
You could buy it SIM-free, just
SIM-free,
don't eat for a month.
I don't know. I think I'm increasingly tempted by the new iPhones. The iPhone 5S I wasn't too bothered about, but these ones are lovely. I think if it's a 6S, they'll do the processor and maybe the cameras improve that. If it's a 7, there'll be a whole raft more features.
Well, I, for one, will definitely be getting a 7. I won't be queuing, though.
No.
I don't do none of that. I've done that once.
Regent Street every morning. There's always some guys out there.
Yeah, a week
before.
Yeah, in his tent.
Looking
we won't be doing that, but will you be doing that? We want to know what you think. Are you excited about the thought of a 6S, this incremental update, or maybe the new flagship iPhone 7 or 7 Air or iPhone Air, whatever the heck it's going to be called? Tell us what you think, what rumours you've heard, what rumours you think kind of seem more realistic than others. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
See ya.